Welcome to Under the Ancient Oaks, a monthly video series about paganism, polytheism, and living a good life during difficult times. I'm John Beckett, druid, priest, and writer.
What do we mean when we say living a good life in difficult times? Well, I don't think I have to tell you that we are living in difficult times. We face climate change, resource depletion, and species loss. We're living in an economy where a few are doing very well and most are struggling to get by. We're living in the decline of an empire, and those in power are doing everything they can to hold on to power. Meanwhile, our elected leaders are obsessed over reducing access to health care and legislating where people go to the bathroom. Now, I believe in civic engagement. Democracy only works when it's a participative activity and not left to professional politicians and their wealthy donors. But if we put all our faith and trust in politics, we will always be disappointed. We must drink from a deeper well. Dealing with things in difficult times is harder than you might think. There's a lot of highly paid people, politicians, people in advertising, people in the media, who have a vested interest in keeping you ignorant, keeping you outraged, and keeping you fearful. Countering that requires work. The first key is to maintain the sovereignty of your mind. Stay informed, but limit your news consumption. In World War II, radio newscasts were 15 minutes. Don't accept someone else's opinion. Dig for the facts. And always ask, what is this person trying to get me to do? Do they want my vote? Do they want my money? Do they just want to keep me outraged so I'll keep clicking, keep reading, keep watching, keep listening? The second key is to commit to daily spiritual practice. Read, pray, study, meditate, make offerings. The gods are our oldest and wisest allies. Take strength from our ancestors. They survived famine and flood, ice age, plagues, wars. We can do the same. Honor the spirits of the land where you are. We have common cause with the beings who have been on this land far longer than any of us. Take care of yourself. Eat real food, drink plenty of water, enjoy everything else in moderation. You're no good to yourself or anyone else if you burn yourself out. You're not going to get through this alone. Stay close to your family and friends. Now, if you have strained relations with your family of blood, form a family of choice where you are. You're going to need people you can count on when things get tough. And the best way to find those people is to be someone who can be counted on when things get tough for others. Don't just worry about your family and friends. Form alliances in your community. There are other people who see the same things we're seeing. They're responding in their own ways. We don't agree with them on every issue, and on some issues we may have to oppose them. But where we have common cause, let's work together to build a better world. Finally, never forget you have a higher calling. You're a witch, a druid, a pagan, a polytheist, a Hellenist, one of 100 different descriptions. Our faith and trust is in our gods, in our ancestors, in our communities, and in nature herself. Now, for the past few years, those of us who follow the Morrigan have been hearing a call. Get ready, a storm is coming. She's been telling us to train and study, to build institutions and build alliances. Would building all of these things forestall the storm? Or has she just seen this so many times she knows where things are going? I don't know. I do know we've done some work, but we haven't done nearly enough. And now the storm is here. Now the call of the Morrigan is louder and more urgent than ever before. She's calling some to be warriors. She's calling some to be priestesses and priests. And she's calling some to be ravens, to scavenge the battlefield, to repurpose and reuse what can be reused, and to prepare the land for future growth. This too is living a good life in difficult times. It isn't easy, it isn't pleasant, it isn't safe, but it's what must be done, and so it is what we will do.
I'll be speaking at the Beyond the Gates retreat in Trout Lake Abbey, Washington, August 24th through 27th. And I'll be the special guest at the Southern New Hampshire Pagan Pride Day in Manchester, New Hampshire on September 9th. Daily Spiritual Practice and Living in Troubled Times are the titles of 2 chapters in my book, The Path of Paganism. It's available from Llewellyn Worldwide and also from Amazon and Barnes & Noble. And I discuss these topics and more 3 times a week on my blog, also called Under the Ancient Oaks, which is part of the pagan channel of the multi-faith religious website Patheos.
Living a good life in difficult times isn't easy, but humans have done it for millennia, and we will do it too. Maintain the autonomy of your mind. Commit to daily spiritual practice. Take care of yourself. Stay close to your family and friends and build alliances in your community. And never forget you have a higher calling, a calling that doesn't depend on who wins elections. Well, thank you for the kind words on the first 2 videos. I had originally planned to do 4 and then make a decision about what to do going forward. There's now going to be 5 in the initial set, and then we'll figure out how we're going to handle this going forward. Let me know what you think of this video. Leave a message on the blog, on Facebook, or here on YouTube. That's all for now. Now may the blessings of the gods and ancestors be with you, now and in the days to come.